Mike Davis, the founder and president of Article 3 Project. Mike, sure this annoys you about as much as I.
Well, I would say this. I know Pam Bondi, the Attorney General. I know her well, and she has already done a lot at the Justice Department in just a few short months to bring serious reforms, including firing a lot of people in Main Justice, including firing a lot of people in the U.S. attorney's offices around the country, including D.C., including firing a lot of FBI officials. I would say this: don't underestimate Pam Bondi.
I hope you're right.
She's tough as hell, and I promise your viewers that justice is coming.
I mean, from your lips to God's ears, my man, because I like Pam Bondi as a person. I supported her to get this role. I just don't feel it's moving fast enough, and I realize the legal world does not move that quickly, which is unfortunate. But in today's hearing with Attorney General Pam Bondi, Senator Josh Hawley called for a special counsel into the weaponization of Obama and Biden's Justice Department. Roll this.
I think we need to know exactly who approved the wiretaps on United States senators, who knew about it, what agents were involved at DOJ or the FBI. I think we need to know exactly who signed off on the Catholic memo, the spying memo, who was involved with it, how far did it go. I think we need to know exactly who authorized the prosecution of Mark Houck, who terrorized pro-lifers and tried to intimidate them. I think we need to know.
But also, on top of that, I would ask, who gave the orders to omit things from a presidential security briefing?
Yeah, those. Look, Josh Hawley is a friend. He's a former colleague when I clerked on the 10th Circuit. He's a warrior, and he's right. These need to be investigated, and guess what? They are going to be investigated. Remember this about Pam Bondi: she is winning historic, monumental wins in the Supreme Court for the presidency, Article 2 power of the President of the United States. She's won like 20 cases in a row. These investigations are going right now. We are just getting our U.S. attorneys confirmed, like Judge Jeanine Pirro in D.C., like Jason Redding Quinones, my friend down in the Southern District of Florida. I have said for 3 years that justice must be delivered. I've worked on this every day for 3 years. I'm going to work on this every day for the next 4 years. And I promise this very publicly that justice is coming. I'm going to make damn sure that happens.
Yeah, and Mike, I realize, I know you personally, you're a man of your word. You truly are. However, is there a timeline? Because this is the problem with most Republicans is we keep hearing this. And look, the judicial process is slow. I get that. I'm an impatient human being. Is there a timeline so we can just manage our expectations on when we might see some people in bracelets?
Well, that's a good question. I would just say, you notice down in the Southern District of Florida in the Fort Pierce division, the judge just approved the Trump Justice Department's impaneling of a new grand jury. That's Fort Pierce, Florida, where they did the Mar-a-Lago raid. That's where Judge Cannon sat. I think that would be a wonderful place to impanel a grand jury to look at conspiracy against rights under Section 241 to go after all this Democrat lawfare against Trump, his top aides, his allies, parents, and Christians.
Yeah. No, I'm hoping for all that stuff. I'm just, it's almost one of these things I'm looking for hope. I'm looking for hope that, everybody says no one's going to be held accountable. Look, Hillary skated, Obama did all kinds of things, all these different things happen and nobody's ever held accountable except for Republicans. And Trump, there were sham trials and, victimless crimes that he paid millions for. Do you really think that something is actually, someone's actually going to go to jail? Comey, someone.
Yes, I think a lot of them are going to be investigated. I think a lot of them will be indicted. I've said this very publicly for 3 years. I'm going to make that my mission for the next 4 years because this is unacceptable what these lawfare Democrats did. They took our country to the brink, and guess what? Pam Bondi is not Bill Barr. She's actually tough.
Yeah, and look, if you say she's going after it and you say things are going to happen, I take you at your word. I just, for the viewers, I'm just like everybody who watches the show, I just want some assurances that it's happening behind the scenes. So you seem to be giving me that. I appreciate it.
The justice is definitely coming. I promise you.
Mike Davis, it's the best news I've had all day. We appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, It's 2 Tuesday, and the Chicago mayor is blaming Trump for Chicago's gun violence problem. Yeah.